St. Augustus lived a worldly life for a long time. His mother, St. Monica, was on her knees constantly praying. I lived St. Augustus' life until I was 20 some change probably. It was worldly, and I did so. I wasn't always practicing my faith. It took a while. It took a lot of soul searching, and it took a lot of prayer on my mom's part to straighten some of us out. So I caught myself going back to church. I caught myself straightening myself out, realizing, okay, I was going down this path. This path is going, going down nowhere. Come back this way, and I was like, if you just live your faith, it'll straighten. It'll keep you in the straight and narrow, and it has. Back in the early '80s and the '80s, it was nice, and it was flourishing, and it was booming. Beautiful neighborhood. I always wanted this neighborhood, live in this neighborhood, growing up. But that's when it was packed. That's when it was, flourishing. You had huge amount of kids. The soccer field would always be packed. The playgrounds would be packed. They had a beautiful gazebo back out there, and it was really nice. But unfortunately, when the neighborhood started to change, you had patches of renters. Now, some of them were good, and some of them just had no respect for their property, or respect for themselves, or respect for anybody else's property. And that's when the destruction in the gazebo, destructions in some of the park equipment, and the people that own this property now mean well, and they want to do good things in the neighborhood, but the maintenance of it is few and far between. We're doing a young adult mass, which is at 5:30 at Corpus Christi. In the past, with her being a teacher, and I was a youth minister at one time. I was a soccer coach. I have numerous kids that are my godchildren, and I've sponsored for confirmation. So although we don't have any kids of our own, that house here on Harvard has never been empty. But yeah, it's kind of heartbroken to know that seeing what it looked like in the 80s and how it was going back in the 90s, and then when we moved in, it's like you got neighbors who still care about the area, still want to bring it back to where it was. I remember cookouts, this house and the other house that we lived in. When I coached soccer, I'd use that soccer field for practices from time to time, and when the season was over, my girls that were on the team were on the softball team, and we'd be out there, and I'd give them pitching practice while they were hitting. Because I coached in my 30s, I've had the pleasure of seeing some of my young adults growing up to be community leaders. One in particular, who I think of right now, his name is Will Smith. Oh my gosh, goofy as heck on the soccer field. A great soccer player, but goofy. But to know that he's actually working in politics and mentoring, I am in awe of God's work. Because God straightened me out in my younger days to help out the youth. So God straightened out some of these younger kids, and see that the fruits of my labor have worked. And I can't wait to see maybe the second tier. I'll look forward to that.